This is big breaking emergency news. The National Guard has just been deployed to open up seaports and to get the supply chain rolling again. All right, the governor has ordered the National Guard to multiple different ports because the state is under a state of emergency from this hurricane that just passed through, and he's saying that it's unacceptable to have the supply chain shut down while this disaster is happening. So let's get into the details here really quick, guys. Please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. So this is what's happening right now in Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis just gave a speech today, Thursday, October 3rd, and he made an announcement that he is deploying the Florida State National Guard and the regular National Guard to multiple different ports in Florida. He's saying that there's 16 deep seawater ports in the state, and he's going to try to get them reopened. And there's other ports as well that aren't even part of these contracts for the unions, and he is going to bolster these ports and help with the National Guard. All right, so I want you to listen to the speech that he gave here down in Florida, and he's saying this is unacceptable. Let me know what you guys think of what he's saying and this plan here. I think this is a pretty good idea and a pretty good plan. Listen here.
And so we have a responsibility in the state of Florida to do everything we can to avoid, mitigate, or minimize these disruptions that will have a negative impact on the people of Florida. So there are ships that have nothing to do with this these negotiations. They may need a place to be able to come, and we just want to send the message, you can come to the state of Florida. You have Port Manatee can accept some of these ships. In fact, there's a ship that's got a bunch of steel that would be used for things that we need that may end up being rerouted. So Florida is open. We want to use our resources to be able to get all this stuff to the market so that people are able to use what they do. We have 16 different deep water seaports. We will work with you to get critical commodities to shore and promptly plugged into the supply chain. At my direction, the Florida National Guard and Florida State Guard will be deployed to critical ports affected to maintain order and, if possible, resume operations, which would otherwise be shut down during this interruption. Florida Department of Transportation is coordinating calls with seaport rail and trucking partners to ensure that all are prepared and positioned appropriately to limit disruptions to the supply chain and other areas should this continue. I'm also directing Florida Department of Transportation to temporarily waive the collection of tolls and other fees for commercial vehicles using public highways in Florida and waiving the size and weight restrictions normally governing vehicle transportation for the duration of this emergency. This will help expedite the movement of goods that have been impacted from seaports to intermodal logistics centers, distribution centers, and delivery points, and very well may help offset additional costs incurred by operation during this period.
All right, so you heard that there. That was Governor Ron DeSantis, and he said that he's deploying the National Guard to 16 different seaports right now to get the supply chain rolling again. So having Florida open will definitely alleviate a lot of these issues with the supply chain, and if we can get it rolling right now, right? It's only the 3rd, this started on the 1st. If it could happen right now, then we're only dealing with a week of disruptions, at least in places like Florida, right? Florida is going to get the majority of these goods, but then a lot of the other goods will pass through into the other southeastern states. Most likely they will not make their way all the way through the country, but having these few ports open in Florida will most likely help the hurricane victims in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia. Multiple states are under a state of emergency right now, and they need these critical resources, things like plywood, steel, parts, replacement parts for machinery, right? Generators. All these things come from overseas and they're imported, all right? And everyone's buying them up like crazy right now because people are trying to rebuild, right? And generators are one of the main ones right now. They're trying to get in thousands and thousands of generators. There's entire zones around these hurricanes where you can't buy a generator, you can't buy certain things for 100 miles in these certain zones, right? And even on the outskirts of that, it's still thin. Okay, so we need these things coming into the country right now, and Governor DeSantis is ordering the National Guard to get these ports rolling. Okay, and something to think about too is that this stoppage is almost going to accelerate the port workers. Okay, they are demanding to not be replaced by automation and things like that, but the strike could have a backfire effect and it could accelerate automation. Okay, these companies and these contractors, they might just say, look, it's just cheaper to build all the robots instead of pay everyone double the price, or 80% more, 75% more, whatever they want. They already offered them 50% more, and some of these people are making a really good living, right? $100,000 to $200,000, and they want a 50% increase on top of that too. Okay, not everyone, but a lot of people, especially this specific union, the average salary for a beginning person that just started working there, that's a part of this specific union, the International Longshoremen Association, the starting salaries are around $80,000 to $90,000 just starting, and then it goes to upwards up to $200,000 for workers, and they could be accelerating their own demise. That's my point here. It could backfire, and the companies might just say, hey, it's going to be cheaper to just buy automation, right? Get these self-driving trucks and vehicles and automated cranes, all these things, and just bite the bullet now and pay for it. Okay, I'm not saying either way should go, but that is just reality. It could be accelerating their own demise, and the National Guard is able to get in there and do it too. And the National Guard members, they don't get paid. A lot of them are volunteering, and the ones that do get paid, they're not getting paid that amount. They're not getting paid that salary, and now they're having to go in there and do the work. All right, so let me know what you guys think down below. Please just hit it up for me down there to help get these warnings out. I appreciate that. All right, this is going to help alleviate some of it, but there's also 30 other ports in other states that are shut down, right? Major ports that are being affected. So hopefully other governors take the lead and do this, but it's a complicated situation. This union thing is very political as well too, because nobody wants to come out directly against the unions right now and make them stop this, because it's an election year and they want that vote. They want the union vote. Both sides do. Kamala and Biden, they want the union vote, right? That's why they're not shutting it down. And Republicans want the union vote too, right? They want this endorsement, and I feel like they're kind of using that as a political tool as well too, right? The unions they're using it to their advantage, that it's an election year and it puts everyone kind of in a bad spot where they don't want to come out against the unions, but it's shutting down the supply chain. What about everyone that's being affected by this stuff? So thank you guys. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying prepared out there, and stocked up. Don't hoard. Don't go buy toilet paper or water bottles or anything like that. Most of those things are made domestically. I actually made a video of the top 40 things that I could compile of things that could have disruptions, right? I made a video a couple of days ago. You can go check that out. 40 different things, a whole list of it. I'll link that down below for you guys so you can check it out. Walmart also issued a warning on this port strike as well too. So thank you guys. I hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.